have wrestled well beyond the borders of Atlantic, Canada. Look forward to seeing who emerges victorious here in tonight's contest. Beaa Moss, the more familiar of the two competitors, to ECPW, but as I said, I think Fiji will not waste any time making a positive impression. Both women wrestling along the ropes here. Neither one really able to establish an advantage in the early going. Again, this is the first ever ECPW Women's Championship match. Saw the title belt prior to this contest, and whichever woman garners the victory, well, will be the first champion. And there's only one first. Certainly something always special when you're wrestling in a match like this. Both women trying to work the arm here. As Moss briefly in control, but almost a full Nelson there by Fiji. And puts her into a type of headlock. And again, this looks like these are two women that have wrestled each other, although not in ECPW, and you can tell there is some familiarity. As Divya Fiji working the arm of Beaa Moss in the early going. As I said, two women that have well scouted the opponent. Beaa Moss, some big time athleticism, spinning kick, and a headlock takeover. And she is earning the accolades of the crowd, and why not bring a high energy style, powerful knees, early pinfall attempt. This could be over quick. And a 2 count. And Divya Fiji perhaps taken aback by this aerial assault of Beaa Moss. Another powerful kick, using those long legs, kicking into the midsection. Another powerful kick to the head. And Beaa Moss, all kinds of fired up. She wants to be that first ever ECPW Women's Champion. Taking over the ropes. Counter and a forearm by Fiji, and she uses the momentum of the ropes against Beaa Moss. And takes her down to the mat. Suplex attempt. Snap suplex. Divya Fiji swings the momentum her way in the early going in this matchup. A fast-paced start for these two women. Is broken up by the referee, Scotty McPherson. As Moss backed into a corner, and now it's Divya Fiji using leg strength to put an impact on Beaa Moss against the turnbuckle. Now she's backed into a corner. Powerful forearm right into the stomach of Beaa Moss, now into the head. That's Fiji brings her down with a neck breaker of sorts. Impact move here, pinfall attempt, and it's a 2 count. And Fiji questioning the official, saying, "Are you sure that wasn't a 3? Was it 2? Beaa Moss getting her shoulder up. As Fiji overhead forearm to the back of Beaa Moss. I said both of these women coming into this match shot out of a cannon. As you'd expect, fighting for the first ever ECPW Women's Champion. As I said, whoever wins, they can't take that away from them. They'll be the first. Chop by Divya Fiji. Brings Beaa Moss to the other corner, second corner, and a lick and a chop is avoided this time, and a heavy chop by Beaa Moss. No licking here, just powerful chops to the upper body, and now Fiji trying to fault off. Further assault, and counters with a punch to the face. Now, Fiji using the strength of her leg, and she's got to watch herself. She wouldn't want to get disqualified, and gives Scotty McPherson the eye. She's turning up the intensity here. Realize she's going to have to pull out all the stops to win this match. Fisherman suplex. Bridge for a pinfall attempt and a 2 count. Nice. Divya Fiji, again, has wrestled many countries. First time here in ECPW, but has wrestled all around the world. And would love to have a reason to come back to ECPW as women's champion, as would Beaa Moss. Wearing down both the back and the upper body here. Putting all the pressure on Beaa and bring her down to the mat. Divya Fiji looks like a submission move of some sort here. Not sure what she's going to attempt. But whatever it is, it looks pretty painful. Twisting the legs of Beaa Moss, and now bending back and into an STF. Working every body part of Beaa Moss here. And she's a bit of a distance from the ropes. So Moss is going to have her work cut out for her, trying to force a break. And that's to say nothing. And the hold is broken, but that's going to do some damage. And Beaa may be grounded for the time being. Certainly that was the intent. As Fiji, another forearm, and Moss counters with some instinct. Moss and Fiji trading forearms there. Kick ducked, another kick ducked, again well scouted by both women. And that time neither was able to escape the impact. Both go down to the mat. A couple of powerful kicks. And the 10 count being administered here. Again, this is a historic match. A great tradition of women's wrestling in ECPW, but this is the first time there's been a championship at stake. Listen to the crowd applauding both these women. I don't think anybody wants to see a countdown finish. They want to see a good pinfall or submission to end this contest. Clothesline by Beaa Moss. House on fire there, big elbow. Coming with some big forearms here. Has Divya Fiji on the ropes. Reversal. Another kick to the head. Again, using those long legs. Pinfall attempt here for Beaa Moss. 1 and a 2. Oh, and in the nick of time, Fiji gets her hand on the ropes. Great ring awareness there to break that cover up. But again, if you're Beaa Moss, you wonder if you're getting closer. As Moss in purple, Fiji in the red and black attires. Tried to lift Moss up, wasn't able to do so. Throws her into the ropes. Now, knee to the stomach, couple of knees to the stomach. Trying to set up something here. And uses the force of her knee into the head of Fiji now. Establishing control with some powerful overarm forearms to the back of Divya Fiji. Moss kick to the stomach. But it's now Divya Fiji in control of this matchup. So trying to get her bearings about her. Now she's trying to fire the crowd up. I think the fans are respecting the efforts of both women here. Taken over to the mat, pinfall attempt. And it's a 3 count. And look at the face of Divya Fiji. Congratulations, Divya Fiji. Has wrestled on multiple continents and now has